Okay. Good morning, Raus, Senior
Good morning.
Researcher at Statera Research and Practice Center for Sustainability and teacher at Lanima High School. Welcome to the chat session for Eurasia Research. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm fine. It's summer, and I think everybody is fine in summer.
Yeah. So we are starting. Okay. So you have presented on the topic like curriculum development for transformational learning and sustainability competences in the era of sustainability crisis at the conference. So please explain your research in a nutshell.
Well, just to give some background, that my PhD thesis was actually focusing on teacher ecological identity, and starting from that idea that we talk about so many problems in the current sustainability crisis, but how does it all start from our identities, our own value systems and worldviews, and how it all lands in our practice? This was something that interested me in the very beginning. And when you think about different research and studies, we are living in the world of science, which is actually overwhelming. We have so many theories, so many concepts, but we shouldn't forget that one criteria for truth is practice. So it has always been my interest to create such a bridge between research and my own teaching practice. So from that idea, I started to investigate how to give more value to our learners and how to discuss maybe even existential problems when we come to sustainability crisis. So that is why such issues of sustainability, ecological identities, and curriculum development are somehow intertwined together. So this is the beginning of the idea.
Okay, okay. So what are the challenges you have faced in your research journey?
Um, Well, when we talk about challenges, is of course everything that is connected to sustainability is facing a huge challenge. In my point of view, it's the challenge is the collision between the mechanistic and holistic worldviews, or the approaches what we take. That we come from the world where we approach the curriculum development and learning as an instrumental phenomena. We somehow take all the world of learning and teaching into small pieces, and we think that when we train our teachers to become such machines, didactical machines, to be the masters of methods and instruments, that then the best learning occurs. And here I would like to argue that it doesn't serve the purpose when we talk about wicked problems that are sitting in the core of sustainability issues. So this whole holistic approach and the mechanistic approach to learning and teaching uh, is actually for me the biggest challenge, because we're so much immersed in the old ways of thinking.
Yeah.
But I would like to stress one thing: we talk so much about old and new, like we should forget the old and take a new approach. But the words itself, old and new, are something that I would say that sustainability crisis brings back the, how to say, the ancient truths, or the very
Yeah.
very old beliefs and understandings of the world. Because when we think about history,
Yeah.
even in the medieval ages, people still had animistic worldview, that we some time ago, some hundreds of years ago, we believed that everything around us is alive, not only human beings, but everything is alive and interconnected. And especially the Eastern philosophies still hold to that. And such a interconnected world, holistic understanding of the world lies as the basis for, we might say, the new approach to learning as well. So the words carry the meaning, and the meaning changes the world. This is something to investigate.
Okay. Yeah. So, what was your motivation during the research process?
My motivation was very egoistic, I might say. And I think for me, it was the best, because if you really believe in something, or you really want to know something personally, you don't have to prove to anyone what you want to do, but you want to prove it for yourself.
Right.
And my career as a teacher has been quite long. So I started my PhD when I have had already the teaching career for several years. So I was so much interested in how to find better ways for teaching and learning myself.
Yeah.
So I started to dig in, because I personally was interested, and I must say that my motivation also came from nature, because I bought a new house, and it
No.
was in the countryside, just in the middle of the nature, and such everyday life in in uh, in the middle of the nature is definitely what is shaping us.
Yeah.
So I think that the nature did its job,
Yeah.
so it's
Nice.
motivating me.
Nice. Thanks. So, what advice would you give to our young researchers who are just starting into the research world, like based on your own experience and insights?
Well, my advice would be, I think, quite simple, and I hope not simplistic, but I think it's quite simple to start actually investigating yourself. What do you
Yeah.
really want? Because young people, usually when we see that in schools or universities, when you ask what do you want from your future, oh, I want to get a good education, because then I get a good job, and then I get a lot of money, and then I'm happy. But if you really sit down with the young people and start discussing what is your meaning of life really, then
Right.
just totally something else comes up. And when you have looked deeper into yourself, and wondering who you really are and what you really want in your life, start from there, and take some time for such discussions and such investigations, because
Yeah.
usually we live in a busy time, and we don't have time for that.
Right.
And I think for a young researcher, it's important and critical, because your research, you are what you research, so you must start from yourself.
Yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you for your encouraging words for our young researchers. Hope they are inspired by you. And so, what was your positive feedback or about our conference?
Oh, I think I'm very happy and honored to be included in your team, in a sense that mm, I think it brings together very different levels of researchers, very different levels of students from all over the world. And the beginners, the ones who have been studying and researching for years. And I think this is a very diverse network, or it's like an organism. We might say that we are like a growing forest with big and old trees and
Mhm.
young ones, and I think this
Yeah.
creates such an interesting dynamic. And therefore I think it's a very interesting and potential network what we have here.
Okay. Okay. So, thank you so much for sharing your experience. Thank you for attending this chat session with us, and we are honored to have you. And it will be great to see you at our future conferences. Thank you.
Yes, hope to see you again. Thank you
Sure.
very much.
Definitely. Thank you so
Bye bye
much.
to
Bye.
everybody.
Bye. Have a great day.
Have you a great day, you as well.